We have seen how we can create a rectangle. Now let's draw a circle. To draw a circle, we just can use draw circle method. So draw circle, color equals to color dot red, and radius equals to 200f. Let me build this. Okay, you can see we have a circle at the center position by default. So whenever we create a circle, it always draws circle at the center position. What if I want to draw this circle at the top left corner of my screen? So for this, let's define another circle with color equals to color dot green and radius equals to 100f. Let me build this. So as we know that by default each of the circle will be at the center position. Now I have to define its center. So in previous videos we have seen like we can give here offset in x-axis and y-axis. So for x will be 0f and y will also be 0f. If I rephrase this, you can see our circle is not completely drawn at the screen. This is because you have given center to 0 and 0. In the case of rectangle always starts from the top left corner. But in the case of circle, it always starts from center. So if you want to see the whole circle here, what we can do, we have to add its radius to its y-axis and x-axis. For example, if our radius is 100, then we can say 100f to x and 100f to y. If we build this, now our circle is at the top left corner of our screen. Sometimes we want our circles in gradient color instead of just a single color. So let's draw circle. Here I have to give it size, so radius equals to 200f and its position, that will be offset of 400 from left side and 400 from top side. Also, now instead of passing just a color, we have to pass a brush, and here we can use radial gradient in the case of circle. In radial gradient, we can pass multiple colors in the form of list. For example, we can say green color, yellow, and red. Also, one more thing, we also need to pass radius of this gradient, which should be equal to the radius of circle. So radius equals to 200f. We also need to tell this brush what is the center point of this gradient. So in our case, our center point is the same which we are using to draw a circle. That's it. If I rephrase it, perfect. As we can see, we have a super tricolor circle in our screen. Finally, one last thing, every circle is by default in the fill position. It is, but if you don't want to fill the circle with color, we can also define its style. So for that, style equals to, and we have fill style, and in the case of if you don't want to fill, we can always use this stroke. And stroke we can pass width. In our case, it may like 10f. Let me rephrase this. Okay, so these are the basic things about circle.